Hello, Abiola David is my name. Welcome to my Excel lecture video. In this lecture video, I want to calculate the value of investment for each of the investor at the end of their respective years. So these are the names of our investors, and they have decided to initially invest this amount of money, and every year they're going to be adding additional investment to their initial investments, and we have the respective number of years. For example, the first investor, Darren Powers, is investing 1 million, and he has agreed to be topping up the investment yearly with $15,000, and the investment is going to run for a period of 10 years. And the Urban Fish Investment Company has given 7% for the investment. So what I want to calculate is the value of the investment at the end of this 10-year period at 7% interest rate. So I'm going to calculate it for this my first investor, and I'm going to copy down. So to do that, I'm going to use FV, that is future value, and future value is how much investment will worth in the future. So that's what we want to do, and this is the argument of the future value. So this is financial modeling function. So you can see this is future value, and the first argument is the rate, and this NPAR is the payment period. In other words, the number of years that we want to invest our money, and of course the PMT is payment amount to be made monthly or annually. And of course we have two optional arguments, that is the present value and type. So let's get into the calculation. So I'm going to click into cell F4 for my first investor, and I'm going to start by typing equal F. So then I'm going to use my tab key. So you can see we have three mandatory arguments to supply and two optional arguments. So let's see how to calculate it. Okay, so this is my rate, which is the first argument. So I'm going to click on this and press a comma. So I'm now moved to the second argument, which is the payment period. In other words, the number of years that we want to invest our money. So I'm going to click on it and click comma. So the next is my PMT, so which is the additional payment that we want to be adding annually here. So that is going to be this $15,000 and comma. So this is present value. In other words, this is the amount of money that I want to invest presently. So I'm going to click on it. However, you'll notice that we have minus sign in front of the amount that we're going to invest additionally every year, and of course the initial investment. The reason why we have the minus sign is because the money that we are investing is going out of our pocket or our bank account, so it has to be in minus. Okay, that's why we have it in minus. So having supplied the four arguments, so I'm going to put comma. So the last optional argument we have is type, and Excel is asking us, is it at the end of the period of this 10-year period or at the beginning of the period that we want to calculate the value of our investment? So by default it is 0, that is at the end of the period. So you can also choose beginning of period depending on what we want to work with. So I'm going to select this O, and I'm going to close my parenthesis. So I'm going to click OK. Alright, so for my first investor, Darren Powers, the value of the investments in the next 10 years, going by this initial investment and the additional amounts on investment yearly, it's going to be 2,174,398.08 dollars. So this is good, and I'm just going to use my fill handle to copy down for all my account managers, so you can see that this is the amount of money that each of these our investors are going to make, going by their initial investments, additional amount on investment yearly, number of years, and interest rate. So this is how to work with the future value. We've been able to calculate how much money that we're going to make on our investments in the future. So thank you for watching my video. Bye for now.